Okay.
Because I feel like sometimes it hits you out of nowhere. Right? Like you're enjoying yourself.
I think every time.
Yeah,
it hits
like you
me out of
enjoy
nowhere.
yourself, boom, 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 boom. And then it goes to what you brought up about the whole dopamine aspect.
Yeah.
Of it's like happy, happy, happy. And then when that amount of happiness doesn't hit anymore, that's when you like push yourself even further and further to feel almost like... That was real good.
Thank you so much.
That was real good.
Yeah, I feel like I have to like show off a bit more after your like whole whistling action on the last episode. Yeah.
And Kogi told me that our intro was really long. So
it was really long. It was like 30 minutes. And guys, I cut out like 2 minutes of Julie whistling.
I'm gonna put on my shades.
Oh, right, guys, because we are I just got LASIK. I have to wear sunglasses everywhere.
Should we look at the camera together?
And I feel a little crazy, you know? I feel a little crazy.
You look cute. Did you go to the gym like this today?
Yeah, I did. Oh, okay, wait. So
okay, I'm excited.
So I got my LASIK 2 days ago and everything went well, but I noticed that my eyes are like pretty sensitive to the light, and so they just like recommend that you should wear sunglasses when in direct sunlight. But also everywhere I go, I feel like the lights are just so bright and I just like can't handle it. Like it literally makes my eyes sore and it's like uncomfortable, right? So I was like, oh, I guess I'm wearing my sunnies to the gym. And so I'm fucking working out. I feel like a crackhead because like, why am I wearing goofy ass sunglasses inside while I squat? Like it's just, it's genuinely weird, right? I got a couple weird looks, but you know what? I decided I'm just gonna full confidence. Who cares? Nobody knows that I got LASIK. Only I know that I got LASIK, so I have to believe in myself, right? And so I'm working out. I'm freaking working out, and then let me know why somebody who is semi-famous in our LA local area goes to my gym.
The person, like who I think it is, like the semi-famous person that you alluded to many episodes ago.
Mr. K-Town?
Yeah, Mr. K-Town.
No, not Mr. K-Town.
Okay.
Justin Park Official. Do you know who that is?
No.
Can you look him up right now on Instagram? Okay. It's Justin Park Official. Like, you're gonna know who this guy is.
I have no... Oh, wait.
You know who he is, right?
Why do I know who he is?
I don't know. It's just like one of those people that you kind of know but like don't know at the same time. And why today of all days, when I'm wearing my goofy ass sunglasses, does he walk into my gym? And of course it was today that he walked in. I was like, I feel extra dumb. And literally I was like avoiding eye contact, but like
how do you make eye contact? You're wearing sunnies. Wait, but also, like, maybe you got more looks because the pair they gave you, they don't look like I just got LASIK glasses.
Yeah, no, they look
like sports. Like, you could wear those and go biking or something.
Yeah, no, they look like the trendy silver ones, just in all black. Like, Kendall definitely wore these. Get
a silver Sharpie.
Paint. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, just color the rims.
Okay.
And boom.
And then what else happened in my life? You know, I have a date story, but we are going to keep that for a couple episodes because I'm a rant. I'm ready. Off.
I'm ready.
What's been up with you, though?
What's been up with me?
Yeah, what's been up with you?
Dude, I've been working for too much.
No, literally.
Like, let me put in my feedback. Let me put in my scorecard. Let me blah, blah, blah. Anyways, okay, so I know this is way past my birthday.
Yeah.
And we already wished me happy birthday 2 episodes ago.
Yes.
Because it came out the day before my actual birthday.
Yes.
But because it came out the day before my birthday and we didn't really celebrate my birthday, I never gave you guys my birthday update.
Yeah.
So given that it's still September, I feel like it's not that irrelevant. But you know, I really did think, wow, I am the mostest. And I think it was just something like I wanted to do like so much once.
Okay.
So I think next year it won't be as much.
Okay.
Maybe like a fifth of this year's. Because we had a my birthday stupidly fell on a Wednesday. Well, you can't really do anything on a Wednesday, you know?
Yeah.
But it was the most wholesome birthday.
It was.
Yeah, it was the most, like, the word is not low key, but it was definitely the most chill actual birthday. I mean, you came over. It was a very wholesome birthday.
Yeah.
And then what did we also do? Oh, and then I had dinner with my parents the next day. Had a bomb diggity ribeye. Diggity,
diggity, a bomb diggity. Oh,
I was like bomb diggity wagyu with some spinach and some mashed potatoes and butter. The butter was so tasty.
Dude, wait, that is essential.
I think I had so much butter. It was so tasty.
Yeah. And
then what was the third part of my birthday? It was going out to the bar and the wine. And
yes. And so we went to Arts District Brewery.
We did. Which where I consumed a 7% beer.
And that's when I was like, ooh, Julie is getting a little tipsy.
It started. Yeah. Which I was kind of surprised I got tipsy because we had kukbap for lunch.
Right.
So I was like, okay, like I have food in my system.
Yeah.
But I was getting really, really hot because it opened doors, opened windows. And so there was no air condition. Yeah. And so I was getting really hot. So I think that added on to like feeling a little tipsy. And then we went to Pally Wine.
Right across the street.
Yeah. Which I didn't. No, I basically downed like 2.5 glasses of wine because I was sipping on the first couple and then we had to go to our dinner reservation.
Right.
So kind of like chugged 2 glasses. And then we went to Factory Kitchen.
Yeah.
Where, confession, I literally don't remember half of that experience.
Guys, she browned out.
I truly did. Like, is this what 25 is?
Like you just like brown out.
You start turning red. You start forgetting parts of the night. And you are like, I think that's why this week was kind of off.
Oh,
because this was a Sunday.
Right.
And I went into Monday not feeling that refreshed.
Were you hungover?
But I wasn't necessarily hungover.
Were you still drunk?
No, thankfully I wasn't. But yeah, we had like, it was the fattest tequila shot I've ever seen.
Wait, it was genuinely at least 1.5. And then Priscilla poured half of hers into yours. So it was at least 2 for you.
See, I don't remember that part. I don't remember being sung happy birthday to. I don't remember one of our friends giving us an entire boo, or not even a boo, but a boy update. I don't remember how I got home. But I remember like us all squeezing, this is like a violation, but like 7 girls fitting in a small car.
Guys, there were
8 of us.
There were 8 of us, but plus, wait, is it plus 9? No, 8 of us in the car.
Yeah, there were 8 of us in the car.
2 people in the front seats, and then 5 of us in the back.
But I didn't feel squished at all.
Oh,
were you squished?
No, I was chilling.
Yeah, I was.
I feel like it was like maybe Julia and Lauren that were struggling because they were the ones like sitting on top of all of us.
Yeah.
You know?
But anyways, yeah, that was a great night. And then actually the birthday celebration hasn't quite ended. By the time this comes out, it would have ended. But we were celebrating my birthday for the final time.
Yeah. We're going out. We're doing some dancing. I'm excited too.
I'm excited, yes.
Yeah.
So that's the birthday update. It was really, really fun. Yeah, truly the mostest. I'm so happy.
And you know,
it was the best birthday.
Wait, I'm so glad.
And it hasn't even ended yet.
Yeah. But all this like birthday, like planning and all of that got me thinking about my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I think I want to do something big, right?
Yeah.
And so there was one night when after my surgery I couldn't sleep, right?
Yeah.
And so I started coming up with my guest list of who's going to be invited to my birthday, and I started counting. It's at 105.
Shut up.
It's at 105. Okay, and then mind you, this is including some, like, you know,
is it mean if I say that's kind of disgusting?
No, that's literally...
It's kind of disgusting.
No, that's like actually disgusting.
105?
105. And...
Are you sure?
But that's including, like, people who, like, are kind of, like, one-off friends.
Yes.
And so they don't... So I gave them a +1.
Hannah. A +1.
Is that extra?
Okay, that's pretty extra.
That's like pretty extra, right? But like also
a +1.
Okay, like maybe I can like preface it by being like, hey, invite a single friend.
That's the same as a +1.
Yeah, I know. But like, you know what I mean, right? Like,
no, I don't know what you mean.
It's like invite a single friend who for me.
Oh, you meant like a single, like relationship status single. I thought you meant invite a single, like one additional.
One person.
So I was like, that's literally the same as a +1. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right?
You're only allowed to bring
single friends. Yeah. Single men. Single men. Yeah.
You can bring a +1, but it has to be a single boat. Boy, I was gonna say boo,
Boy.
but
Yeah, boy.
a single boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Wait, oh my god, 105, Hannah.
no, it's like
Hannah.
actually a bit ridiculous.
I'm concerned for your wedding.
Isn't that ridiculous? Yeah, no,
That's
I'm
really
gonna
ridiculous.
have a large ass wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Did we ever talk about how I always wanted a big wedding?
I don't recall, but
I don't recall. I always thought maybe 200, 250.
Okay.
Let's say we went with like 250.
Right.
So that's what, 125 per side, but probably like,
that's so small.
well, I was going to say, okay, so 125, but I'll probably have more friends than my,
Significant
future
other.
husband.
Right.
And so maybe give myself like the 140, like 140, 150.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't think I like 150 people.
Oh,
I
interesting.
don't even know if I'd want
many
150.
people?
I don't even think there's 150 people in my life that I keep up with on a yearly basis.
Right. And I think that this is actually a big reason and a big difference between us is I think this is why I'm burnt out is because my circle has just grown so much to the point where I can't keep up with it. Like, right? Because I do like hanging out in group settings. Like, honestly, like I'm chilling. Like it could be 50 people. It could be 10. Like I literally don't mind. But then I also love my one-on-ones. And so it's become really fucking unsustainable for me to hang out one-on-one with all these new people I'm meeting while also maintaining the 13 close relationships that I already have on a recurring basis, and so it's become really overwhelming.
Wait, 13, is that like a number you just pulled out?
Yeah, that was like including like like 8 girls, my roommates, Diane, Kara, like Suba, like Chelsea, like all
That's
the friends.
14.
Oh, okay, yeah. And so it's just like including a bunch of people, and then I know I'm missing people in that, and it's just like it's a lot.
And now you're feeling guilty because you didn't just say their name?
Yeah.
Oh no. I was thinking about it like, oh no, if she starts naming people, then people are gonna listen and be like, why didn't you say my name?
Right. But also you're in my head. It's just there's too many other people in my head as well. I don't prioritize anyone over the other. It's just I don't have the capacity anymore. And so I think that I've become so burnt out, like socially, because we talked about it in our loneliness episode, how like I was doing something for 3 months straight every single day.
Yeah.
And then on like the first day off, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel empty inside. I feel so lonely. And so I think that like after that first day off, I've literally been just like recuperating. It's been like a month and I still don't feel I have 100% of my energy back. Like it's literally taking so freaking long for me to just like feel normal again.
Speaking as the thought is formulating in my head, if it's taking you a month to not even be fully recovered, like have you even identified how you are recovering?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Or because I'm thinking like if I am feeling burnt out from like having so many social interactions, then I need to spend time by myself,
Right.
and allow myself to just like be alone.
Right.
But if you're probably not going out like every day.
I'm not going out. I haven't gone out in like 2-3 weeks.
But given that I am such a visual person,
Right.
The way I think about it is like on this scale,
Okay.
you have like this much energy,
Right.
As in like, let's say it's like half full, okay, half full,
Okay.
and you are spending time alone, so you're gaining back, so you're growing to 60 and 70,
Right,
But every
right.
time you're going out on a social event, it goes
It,
back
like-
down, it chips down again,
Right.
So it's like, do you think that's why?
I don't think like there's a direct correlation, to be quite honest, because I still get energy from meeting people.
Yeah.
And so how have I been recuperating? I have been spending a lot more time just like chilling. Like last Friday, I didn't do anything. I didn't have anything planned. And Joyce was like, Hannah, like no plans on a Friday?
I know,
like
on a Friday?
Yeah, like literally shocked. And so I have been taking more time like just to like chill. And then you know what I noticed actually was I think my surgery like came at a very good time. I freaking slept. So I got the surgery at like 12, came home by like 1, and then I slept from 1 to 7. And then I woke up and I stayed up for like 2 hours. And then I went back to sleep until like 10 a.m. the next morning. I slept like a disgusting. And then I woke up and I was a little phlegmy. Like I was kind of sick. Because
Why?
I think.
Because you were breathing
like
Because you were just so deep in sleep that you were breathing with your mouth and it was like, and the air was dry.
You know, I actually don't think that was the reason, but I think it's more so I haven't actually gotten like a chance to like rest like that much.
Oh, and usually people get sick when they loosen up a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like when all that stress, like,
I mean, maybe that was it then.
yeah.
Like sleep. You were just sleep deprived.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I feel a lot better now that like I slept like 20 hours.
Dude, that's pretty crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, maybe it was sleep. Because you also know, like, I'm a freaking sloth. Like,
Yeah.
I sleep like 10 hours.
And I do think it's been a while since I've heard a Instagram, like, you know, our chat update of you guys, I just slept 13 hours.
Yeah,
like,
you're
it's been a
right.
hot sec.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I used to sleep like maybe 10 hours a day. I've probably been averaging about like 7. Yeah, I know that's average, but like I need 9.
That's good. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you sure you need 9?
No, I need 9. Like,
yeah. Okay. Because I know I need 7.5. But I've been getting 7 as well.
right. And so like it cuts
So
off
I'm
that
a little
one sleep
tired.
cycle. You
Yeah.
know? Like you're probably only getting 1, 2, 3, 4. You're probably only getting 4 full sleep cycles rather than 5.
Yeah.
And I need 6.
Yeah.
So
But I don't know what to do because my body just automatically wakes up.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't remember the last time I woke up from my alarm.
no, yeah, same.
It's weird. The
We're just
body's weird.
we're getting old.
We are getting old.
Yeah.
This is 25, everyone.
Yeah, this is 25.
Turning red, browning out, having alcohol impact you for 2 full days post the day you drank.
God.
Oh my
And
gosh.
sleep. So yeah, I guess I just like, yeah, maybe it is the sleep. Like maybe that's one of the biggest components. But I think just in general, like because of like my job and the nature of like Web3 and how quickly it's moving, like I feel like also like maybe there's just been a lot of pressure and like I have to network tonight. Like if I go out, it's not usually just to go out. It's usually, oh, I have to talk to somebody, whether that be like a potential networking opportunity or
Yeah.
like I have started to put pressure on myself to be like, I should approach somebody if I think that they are cute.
Yeah.
But I'm too effing shy to approach somebody if I think they're cute. Okay,
Okay, you guys, I'm making a face right now because Hannah just put I and shy in the same sentence. You are not shy.
okay, but hear me out.
Okay.
If I have any sort of romantic interest in someone, I'm so shy. If I don't give a shit, I'm so cool. Like I'm so chill. Like if I think you're a little lame,
So cool.
I'm so fucking cool. But if I think you're cool, I'm so fucking lame because I get so shy,
But like
so
reverse
nervous.
psychology on yourself. You know what I mean?
Right, and then so I try to reverse psychology, and then I know I'm reverse psychologying.
So it's not working?
Yeah, so it's not working. Like I'm literally I am
Oh,
aware
because you're so aware that you are trying to reverse psychology that your coolness becomes into a weirdness. And,
yeah, and I
then
start
and then you become
stuttering, and
lame.
I just like I'm just so lame.
Okay, and another thought that I just had that also I'm just kind of saying as I'm thinking about it, I think it's kind of ironic that maybe in season 1, we talked about how I've always viewed work as a work-life integration.
Yes.
And I would be so happy to have work friends come out with me like post-work hours, and I view work as a huge impact on my personal life. And if I remember correctly, there was a point when you viewed like work is just work.
Yes.
So I think it is ironic that you are working technically,
All the time.
24/7.
Wait, that's so true. I used to have very like hard separate boundaries
Yeah.
with work, but there are no boundaries now.
Yeah, like because when are you? If every single social interaction is tied to networking for crypto, NFT, or even just gaining that knowledge for yourself for
Right,
work,
right.
or even trying to benefit the organization you work for, and spreading that word. When are you taking a break?
Literally never.
It's kind of crazy.
Wait, whoa.
Because like if we just strip the fact of you're going out a lot, but every time you go out, it's networking opportunity.
Right.
I mean, what difference is that other than attending like a work conference?
Or like, I don't know, even like a happy hour with work people, it's like you
Yeah.
have to be on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you want to be a little buzzed, but you can't get like too drunk because you got to say
Right.
the appropriate stuff because you
Right.
might go back to HR.
Right. Maybe, dude, maybe that's where the answer lies. Is there are no boundaries. There have been no boundaries.
Maybe you need to set boundaries.
Wait, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna reflect on it a little bit.
Okay.
But okay, like
And let us
while
know. Yeah.
like while I do that, like how have you been feeling in terms of like work, burnout? Like, are you experiencing it?
Yeah. Well,
Like-
actually, before I get into mine, I just wanted to mention I came across it because I literally looked up, why do we experience burnout? I just Googled, like, why do we experience burnout? And I came across this article from Midwestern University.
Okay.
And just simply put, because I'm all about, let's simplify it, right? Last time we talked about two episodes ago, we talked about the 3 dimensions of,
Of
areas you need to
loneliness.
fill, to avoid loneliness.
Right,
But
right.
even burnout too, you could experience symptoms in 3 categories.
Oh, okay.
So there is physical, emotional, and behavioral, which it seems right, like normal. And I immediately thought, when you mentioned feeling alone, I was like, buzzword, like I definitely read that on one of these.
Oh,
And it falls under emotional.
oh, that makes
A
sense.
symptom of burnout can be feeling defeated and alone in the world.
Wait, can you dive deeper into behavioral? What is that?
Yeah. Oh, so funny you ask, because I feel like when I experience burnout, mine are more so behavioral.
Oh, interesting.
And some of the bullet points under this article give us substance abuse or dependency, being irritable around others, isolating oneself from others, withdrawing from responsibilities, putting off getting things done.
Oh,
Which I think the one that I relate to the most is maybe being irritable around others.
oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And sometimes, like, this is another example of sometimes when you know too much about yourself, it can be not the most helpful.
Right.
Because knowing that I've become more introverted, I'm not sure if it's because I am deriving like energy by being alone, or not being at a good homeostasis is making me isolate myself from others.
Wait, can you explain further? Like, what do you mean by like you not being at a good homeostasis?
So when something's off,
Oh,
whether
okay.
it be work, whether it be family or friends, I don't have the energy, or if I don't have the energy, why don't I have the energy? Am I exerting like too much at work, or am I like, wearing myself out while working out? Like, in some aspect, if I'm not at a good place, a good and healthy place, am I wanting to be alone because I am becoming more introverted, or am I feeling burnt out and my instinct is to isolate myself from others?
Oh, interesting. Oh, I see what you're saying.
This episode is a lot of me just thinking as I'm speaking.
No, yeah,
and it was
yeah,
a thought
yeah.
I just had.
Wait, yeah, that's true. Because it's kind of like the same potential effect, but what is the cause? Like, there's too much overlap in like what the reasoning can be.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it could be hard to identify between am I introverted or am I burnt out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. And then as for physical, I mean, I definitely react so physically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not,
yeah.
and even that too, I'm not sure if that is something I can better by practicing, or if I'm just like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Okay.
sure if this is even something I could work on.
Right.
Do you think it's something we can work on?
I do think that like there's a sense of like endurance, right? Like I didn't used to be able to go out 2-3 times a week, but like I
2-3
think
times a week.
2 to 4 times a week. But I think over the summer specifically, I was able to like kind of build up that tolerance, right?
Yeah.
Because there were just too many events happening during the summer, and like I do feel like things are finally slowing down because like we're getting into fall.
Yes, we are.
Maybe my favorite season.
Maybe.
Well, it's between fall and winter.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely between fall and winter.
When
and
this
then,
episode airs, 2 days after that, it'll officially be fall.
yeah, and then it's still going to be 90 something degrees. I'm super excited for that.
Is it really?
I feel like over the years it has been.
Because I feel like this week, as we are recording, has gotten significantly cooler than it was last week.
Yeah, that's true. I also think that's a part of the reason why I was potentially getting sick is because I keep,
Yes.
it's cold, it's hot. But yeah, no, I think physically you can build the endurance.
Yeah.
But
And I think I've tried to
yeah,
by taking vitamin D,
right?
which I think it's kind of, Stop.
Looking at you like that.
Even though you're wearing sunglasses, I could tell. Like the gaze was different. The body stature when I said vitamin D was different.
Okay, you know, I'm not like
hang out with me more.
I'm not laughing yes, because I was gonna make a joke, but it's more so because I knew you were gonna recognize me potentially pointing it out, and so I was right. Parasite.
Yes, yeah, you're a freaking parasite. You're a freaking parasite. So I was just.
You've been taking vitamin D?
Yes. I've just always been vitamin D deficient. Actual vitamin D.
Right.
But, you know, I don't know why I've never asked, like, being deficient in vitamin D, like, what does that affect?
Right.
And so I finally asked this year after having literally like so many like checkups and my annual checkups and all that.
Right.
And she was like, immunity.
Immunity.
I was gonna say immune system, and then I was like, that's too many words. I just want to say one word. So immunity. Your immunity. Your immune system. And I was like, what the fuck?
That makes sense because you would get so sick.
Mm-hmm. And you guys, I can finally understand why people get the daily vitamin pill thingy. The container. I have one now.
Oh,
this is 25. Because also going back, oh, you were saying, oh, your endurance grew because there were just so many events in the summer.
Right.
But I feel like even if I were or had the opportunity to be invited to all these events during the summer, I probably wouldn't have attended at least a third of them.
Right.
But that I think is driven by
your
maybe the introvertedness.
Got it.
Not so much feeling burnt out.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And you know, like I just talked about like my lack of sleep. I think for me that definitely falls under the physical
for sure
burnout.
Yeah.
Right? Just like me like just constantly having something to do in the morning, at night. Like, right, I have, again, no boundaries with work. It's 11 p.m. meetings, which is fine. That's literally just the nature of the work. But I do think like it's probably impacted like my sleep schedule, cycle, all of that. You know, I was going to say circadian rhythm, all of that.
We should just go with our gut.
Okay.
Just go with your gut.
Yeah. Gut feeling.
Yeah.
Circadian rhythm.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's been that. And then emotionally burnt out. I definitely think, I know I said I was going to give the boy update in a couple episodes, but maybe like I have to, I have to touch upon it. Okay. So like TLDR, I'll dive into the story later. Somebody bailed on a date.
Yes.
Okay. And I got very mad, like very upset. I have never gotten that upset about someone bailing on a date because it happens, right? Like a lot of the times I think like people like literally won't respond or they like don't confirm the day of, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna assume that it's not happening and I won't get ready. But this date in particular, I was like, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, whatever. I got ready and I was like extremely upset, but I think that a big reason as to why I was upset is because like I've been going on like kind of a string of not so great dates. Like it was kind of a string of bad dates. And like, it's fine. I kind of like have this like understanding that you're not going to like mesh with everyone. It's a numbers game to an extent. But I think because I had been going on so many bad dates, and then the first guy that I kind of like had faith in to like pull through bailed, like I think it's a sign of like emotional burnout. Like I was like just so sick of like being vulnerable. I was so sick of like, you know, going through the emotional labor of, is this happening? Are you going to ask me to like go on a date? Are you going to plan it? Are you going to set a time? Are you going to confirm? Like it was just so much like emotional labor that like literally it just so happened that this guy bailing was like that was my tipping point. Yeah. That was literally my Titanic iceberg. And so I think like
great analogy.
Yeah, no, it really was. Like there was just so much building under the surface, right? So I think that was a big example of like my emotional burnout.
Yeah. I don't know how to Okay, let me just define burnout real quickly, by the way, too.
Oh yeah.
Just, in case you guys don't know or you haven't yet to experience burnout in your entire life. Or in case, hopefully you haven't experienced burnout at maybe age like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Actually, have we?
Maybe.
Did we? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Because 16 was like junior year.
Yeah. I was definitely
SAT
burnt out.
prep,
Yeah,
for sure.
I was done.
So what, 14? If you're 14 years old, 13, 14? No, but I don't know. I feel like 8th grade was pretty tough too.
Yeah, no, it was.
So if you're 11, 12 listening to this, maybe you don't know what burnout is.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, it might be even younger now because just the stress of technology and wanting to fit in and what, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel.
if you are fortunate enough to never have experienced burnout, let me define it for you. Burnout is a form of exhaustion caused by constantly feeling swamped. It's a result of excessive and prolonged emotional, physical, and mental stress, which I cannot deal. I literally I'm lowest tolerance ever.
Yeah.
I probably have the lowest tolerance for stress in this entire world, and I need to fix that. I really do.
I don't think it's in this entire world, but yes, it is something that you can work on.
Is it? I don't know how to work on it.
Yeah, you can, for sure.
I don't know how to work on it, but I will bring it up to my therapist. So,
Oh.
burnout happens when you're overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to keep up with life's incessant demands.
Damn, yeah, they do be incessant. The demands of life do be incessant.
Yes. And so I'm just thinking, just like when you were going on these string of bad dates compared to one being in a relationship, it's interesting because I feel like you can still feel the same thing.
Oh, interesting.
And this kind of goes back to our episode two weeks ago of feeling lonely. And although this emotion is not necessarily feeling lonely, I think you might have felt probably overwhelmed with maybe the whole numbers part of it, of needing to prepare yourself, needing to have probably repetitive conversations of the same thing. And just, if the guy isn't being so receptive, maybe like feeling this responsibility to make it a good date.
Yeah.
Right. Which I think that too, you've become kind of aware of, knowing like you don't always have to be the one to like set the tone and the mood.
Oh yeah.
But it might have been like feeling overwhelmed that way, but also like you said, emotionally draining because you are one that is super vulnerable usually with people.
Yep.
But the other scenario, you can still be very emotionally drained when you're in a relationship too.
Yeah.
But why can one in a relationship be emotionally drained? Going back to what we mentioned 2 weeks ago about when you are missing, like I feel like maybe this was the case for the both of us because one dimension of the loneliness sector wasn't fulfilled, maybe at least one. I think for my case, the majority of the first half of this year, I was lacking maybe 2 dimensions. It felt emotionally draining.
Right.
But for me, I think it was because I was putting so much into the intimate sector. This is not like because of the person. I think it's just the absence of the other 2 sectors made me overcompensate, right? I think I verbatim said the same thing 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Whereas for you, because of the absence of the intimate sector,
Right.
you are not only feeling overwhelmed by the amount of dates potentially, but also feeling emotionally drained because you're having to repeat yourself and be vulnerable, maybe not have that reciprocated, for example, like the guy that bailed.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it at that because the deets are about to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what's interesting, and maybe this perspective comes because at the moment I don't necessarily feel burnt out. And I hope I'm not on a path to being burnt out.
Okay.
Because I feel like sometimes it hits you out of nowhere.
Oh,
right? Like you're enjoying yourself.
I think every time.
Yeah,
it hits
like
me
you
out of
enjoy
nowhere.
yourself, boom, 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 boom. And then it goes to what you brought up about the whole dopamine aspect.
Yeah.
Of it's like happy, happy, happy. And then when that amount of happiness doesn't hit anymore, that's when you like push yourself even further and further to feel almost like the behavioral aspect of the substance abuse or dependency.
Oh, interesting.
But in our case, it's not necessarily substance. It's more
Like-
the event, the social aspect.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
the social substance.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
And so I bring this up going back to the first part of the sentence or the thought, maybe I'm mentioning this because I'm not currently burnt out, but for someone like me where I know I do the mostest, I know I can burn myself out because, I'm a maximizer.
Right. She's a Maxinista for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny. Sometimes I replay that scene of when you came over on my birthday and I was telling you guys, I'm going to give up on trying to become a minimalist. Like, I think I just cannot. And you guys were just like not even phased.
Since when have you been a minimalist? You're a maximalist at heart. Yeah.
And it's weird. I'm a maximalist and the mostest, but I do so in such a strategic way because I have my block out dates.
Right.
I've noticed that not feeling as emotionally drained has really helped, and maybe is the word prolonging the start of the burnout. And maybe that's bad because I'm preemptively already assuming I'm going to be burnt out.
Yes.
But okay, so scratch that. But I feel like the type of schedule I would have for myself earlier this year, I've had a fairly similar schedule this month, and I've never gotten sick. And I feel even more energized by the things that I'm doing.
Okay.
And I just, honestly, I should be burnt out, but I'm not.
Right. And the difference is in...
because of,
Okay.
Because if you know, you know.
Okay. You guys got that?
Yeah, I hope you guys got that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a cocktail of everything. Like, I don't think I had enough time for myself. And I wasn't getting the support that I was used to having from the community, from the friends, from the work.
Yeah. Even from like your family to an extent.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think I was just feeling so chased in life.
Oh, it's like back to our definition, right? It's the incessant demands of life.
But also, like, who's setting those demands? You know what I mean? Like, who, like it's myself of just like wanting to do the most. It's literally just a circle of knowing I'm the mostest.
Right.
So I need to give myself the break. But I'm so greedy and wanting to just maximize on the day, on my potential of wanting to push myself.
And it makes sense too, because from friends, they require attention. Like, that's a demand of life. I think is to maintain friendships, maintain a community, maintain relationships with your parents.
Yeah. Actually, I have something to add on to that too. And that's why I'm also so confused being such a 50-50. And I don't want to keep using this as an excuse or maybe like the reason why, but I too toggle between like maintaining those types of friendships. Like, it's such a struggle for me because I want to have a big social community, but the logical side of me knows that's not possible.
Right.
So then I choose not to. Not for all. I mean, I still think I keep up with like many friends, but sometimes I'm like, maybe I should reach out to this person or be better at responding and keep up more.
Right.
But the introverted side of me is like, but like, not that it needs to serve me in any way, but like, but like, why? Like, why am I doing it? Am I just doing it to do it? Or do I actually want to do it?
Yeah, no, I do think like, yes, it is in a way like the pressure and the demands that you put on yourself, but it's also like from your surroundings, like from your social community. So yeah, I mean, I guess like speaking from like a friend's standpoint with you, I think I notice like a large difference in that like you don't seem chased anymore. Like, you don't seem like you're rushing out the door. I have deadlines to meet. I have to leave right now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's like a calmness to you now.
Yeah.
That like maybe wasn't there prior.
Yeah.
And I think a large part of it has to do with like just like the emotional aspect of burnout.
Well, I mean, I was told that what was the word? I can't remember the phrase, but it was,
You're too optimistic with your time. Yeah.
Yes, I'm too optimistic with my time.
Yeah.
And I'm also unwilling to give up those incessant demands.
Right.
Of my attention.
Right.
Like, I want to make sure that's really what was happening was like, I wasn't willing to sacrifice any of it. So if I wasn't, then I had to fulfill all of them. Right. But maybe some areas of my life required more attention than I probably should have given it. So that's why even when I would work out, it was kind of crazy to me, because when I used to work out, let's just say even like 4 months ago. Right. I would know, okay, because tomorrow, like, I have maybe a birthday dinner, or like I have to go see my parents. Like, I can't work out tomorrow, so I got to work out extra today. Right. Yeah. And let's just, I have the Apple Watch, so I'm always looking at my, active calories. And so let's say I burned like 300. Well, tell me why, like, most recently, I was just enjoying it. Like, fully the shift has kind of changed to like, let's just enjoy the music. Like, I don't know why, but when my favorite coach plays Mic Drop by BTS, the energy is different. I like punch so much hard. I don't know why. It's just, anyways. But it is so weird because I would come out of that workout having burned more calories and with energy.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is so, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't like make sense to me. And as I'm so logical, I'm like trying to think like, wait, what, how does that add up? Right. Like, I feel like I technically gave less energy in the class, but maybe it's because I also wasn't so fixated on like wanting to punch more to either tone the arm more or like squat lower so I can like get a better butt. You know what I mean? I was just enjoying it, so maybe I wasn't actually aware of the actual workout.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, whereas previously I would like come out mentally just so like a zombie. Yeah, like, like did you see that TikTok? She was like, right now I feel like but there's like no other way to describe how I feel other than it's literally the TikTok. But, yeah. So it would I mean, even our recordings, it would like, oh, I have to leave by this time.
Right.
And like try to calculate for traffic and then get to someplace by an X amount of time. And like everything was just, you guys, so strategic, like down to the, when am I showering? When do I like need to wash my hair? And do I need to pick out my outfit the night before so I can save some time in the morning to go on a coffee run or blah, blah. Like it was so a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And so it just kind of feels weird, which this should have been the case, because even then I would think like, how can I excel at work? And even like wanting that greed to like excel at work would be so draining for me. Whereas now I can kind of stay at work until however late I want if I need to get some things done, maybe to ease up the next day. And I don't know. I just, not that I have like so much more time.
Right.
But I'm definitely feeling more flexible with my time.
Oh yeah. I feel like, right, when your schedule is packed back to back to back, like you can't even like you don't have time for spontaneity. Like if your coworkers were like, oh, like want to go on a happy hour, it's like, no, I can't. But like now that you like have both time and like the mental capacity to just like focus on other areas of your life, like I can tell like there's been a shift. And then also I wanted to touch upon like a podcast that we both listened to. It was by the Huberman Lab, and it was called Controlling Your Dopamine for Motivation, Focus, and Satisfaction. And so basically in this episode, it's 2 hours long. Okay. It basically like breaks down for you like dopamine base levels and peaks and a lot of like technical stuff, but just to give like a broader overview in the podcast, actually the example that he uses is the gym. So like this is a good example for me, right? I like going to the gym, like I find enjoyment out of it, but then sometimes I will drink caffeine right before I go. I think a big reason why I like it is because of the music. Like I literally listen to my favorite songs at the gym. It like gets me going, and like I'm literally sitting there bobbing my head, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready. And then I'll like squat the heaviest that I've squat. I've been hitting PRs like left and right. Like I just like feel great. And then also on top of that, right, I like look cute because I keep running into people that I know at the gym, and so I've like started to realize that I need to dress like a human being, you know, not just like rolled out of bed. And so like all of those factors, they cause my dopamine to spike at the highest level. But he's saying that like if you continue to do that, like you'll get less and less satisfaction out of going to the gym. And so he said that, you know, like sometimes even though he loves music, he will go without it. So today I didn't listen to music at the gym.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I literally like turned on a podcast that I low-key didn't want to listen to. Like I just did it because I was like, I just need something in my ears.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have caffeine before. Like he was saying that you need to kind of like sporadically introduce different things and like just like mix it up. So like just like not having a schedule. Yeah. Because then your body gets used to it.
Yeah. And before that example, the example he gave, just like a simple one, was when kids draw. Right? Or it was like it was doing a puzzle or something. Like they do it fully because they enjoy doing it.
Right.
When you start to reward them with a sticker, then they get used to doing it because they want to get that sticker.
Exactly.
And so then when you stop giving them a sticker, then they don't want to do a puzzle anymore.
Yep.
But why is that? Because you or the child initially started doing the puzzles because they actually wanted to do the puzzle.
Right.
And so I just thought that was so crazy because it made me think about all the different aspects of my life. Just naturally, I think given that my family is a gifts giving type of family, like I think my need for always wanting to like You know, like I think it roots deeper to my childhood.
Yeah.
In terms of that reward and reinforcement of wanting to do good deeds.
Oh.
Like I think it roots from my childhood.
Yeah.
And then even like work. Like I don't know if they already have some type of research done on this already, but what are maybe the pros and cons of promoting somebody too early?
Oh, interesting.
You know, like title changes and, you know, maybe even what if titles weren't so like lead, manager, blah, 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 then would people like actually focus on the work that they're doing as opposed to working towards a new title?
Oh, interesting.
Like it made me think about all these things. Like,
yeah.
why do we care so much about title? And we work hard. Do we work hard because we enjoy the work, or do we work hard because we want that senior in front of our, you know, title or, you know, a director, a VP,
right,
a chief.
head of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, interesting.
And you know me, I'm a very like climb the ladder like
person.
Like like well, maybe I fell down the hole of like I didn't even think about do I enjoy the work of being a VP of blah blah blah. Like I'm not a VP, but like right, like does that even matter?
Right.
If you enjoy the work, does that even matter?
Huh, interesting.
And then also a digestible example is your Apple Watch, as I've already kind of mentioned it. People are like, oh my gosh, this workout is so meaningless because I forgot to wear my Apple Watch today.
Right.
When they're working out.
Yeah. That totally makes sense.
We all used to work out without an Apple Watch at some point.
No, yeah, that's even like right. The whole Orange Theory model is, like you get rewarded if you're on the orange level, right? Like it's that whole like mental game.
Shoot, it made me feel so shitty. I think when I went, Gloria was like triple the time of orange as I was.
Oh, yeah. And then, right, it takes away from like the actual enjoyment.
Because I was literally running on the treadmill looking at the screen. I was like,
right. No, yeah, 100%. And so I think all that kind of relates to burnout, because I think like when you're too like focused on like what you should be doing and like just like only the goal ahead of you, like you lose sight of like what's in front of you. It's the whole like appreciating where you're at, like taking a moment to slow down and like realize that like, oh, it's about the journey, not about the destination.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because it's so cheesy.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
That it's cheesy.
No.
Oh, and with the actual statement itself?
Well, also maybe it's because I turned 25. You just, you know, here's something even cheesier. Tomorrow is not promised.
Wow.
Tomorrow is not promised.
It is not.
And as somebody who is always just about the next, what's next?
Right.
Sometimes I need to reel it back.
Yes. Reel it in.
Back. Yeah, reel it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so question for you.
Yes.
How do you prevent
answer.
burnout?
Small example. I think like just box union. Box union is a huge part of my life.
Yes.
Given that I'm on the unlimited plan and it's pretty financially burdensome on my bank account. You know what I mean? The unlimited plan. I think I always felt like I needed to maximize it by either going to 2 classes a day.
Right.
If I knew I couldn't go the next day.
Right.
Or at least going to one every single day.
Oh shoot, that's a lot.
Yeah. And then it did not, I just couldn't justify it.
Right.
Because then I'd be so burnt out, I wasn't giving my all. So then it felt like a waste of my time.
Right.
Because it wasn't even an efficient workout.
Right.
Or I would do 2 classes and then feel like a sore throat coming my way.
Oh, God.
Because I was just like physically so burnt out.
Yeah.
And so it's setting boundaries with yourself. I don't know how much you struggle like head with your heart. I feel like I'm constantly struggling head and my heart.
I have a comment, but continue.
Is that a whole nother conversation? Well, and so it's just really like identifying like my greed of like me trying to take control, like me, like the bad devil Julie and like the angelic Julie telling me to like ease up. And so just being okay with like, for example, today I canceled my boxing class for tomorrow morning.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm going to be bringing coffee for some of my coworkers instead.
Oh.
And going to go say hi to my favorite coffee shop owner.
Yes.
Right? So I'm choosing to do that over my workout and being okay with not going to my boxing class 2 days in a row.
Oh, I like that.
Whereas like old Julie would have like, oh my gosh, what? Like 2 days in a row?
Right.
And so...
Because then you get into that whole shame cycle of just like, why aren't you going to your workout class? Like, are you not prioritizing? Like, you need to be consistent, all that. But I'm glad like you were able to do the mental work of like, it's okay.
Like placing myself in a situation where I'm still enjoying it, right? Because I mean, there was one point, I mean, I've been doing box union for almost 3 years now.
Oh, damn.
And maybe a month or two ago, I was like, should I switch it up?
Oh, yeah.
But why did I think that? Because I think, I wasn't doing it for the enjoyment. Like I wasn't doing, like it wasn't serving a purpose because I wasn't enjoying it.
Right.
And so placing myself in a situation where I can enjoy it again, and doing that is not going every single day.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So,
yeah, I think, I mean, on my side, very much related to boundaries with yourself, I think it's like getting to know yourself.
Yeah.
I'm very fucking aware of the fact that I can't do something social every day. I've been aware of this for like at least 4 years because me and Ali, like my roommate, we've had conversations about how like I will meet with somebody like every day for a week, and then the next week I can't meet with people. And so I was like, you know what? I need to like spread it out. I need to do like 2 to 3 meetings a week, and like then it will be sustainable. And so I very much knew that about myself, but it's like you forget. Right? Like us humans, like we're very forgetful, especially me with my Dory brain. And so I literally forgot that like I am a human being and like I don't have unlimited social battery. And so like that's why I'm like kind of like paying the consequences of my own actions. Like, you know? Exactly. And so I think it's getting to know yourself, like figuring out like how much social interaction you could take.
Maybe this is just a me thing, but you know me, I'm all about, maybe for the more introverted people, like you look at your schedule for the day and know how much energy that you should be exerting, because I need to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I need to do that.
Yeah. That
Actually, do I really need to do that? Because today I didn't do that. Here I am.
Dude.
Because I used to really need to. That's like really not proper grammar, is it? Because I used to really need to do that.
Because I used to... No, you could say that.
That's right, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
I used to need to really need... I used
to really need to
do that.
We're not done. We're not done with the tips. Do you have like tips on like not burning yourself out at work?
I feel like maybe sometimes people feel burnt out because they either don't ask for help, they don't ask for clarification, and they're unsure of their expectations.
Ooh.
And I'm guilty of this too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think even needing to ask, like, oh, what was the expectation again? Like, could be nerve-wracking. But I think, right, like, if you know and you ask your boss, like, how am I doing? Right? Sometimes, like, they don't need, like, sometimes if they're not telling you that you're doing a good job or you're doing a mediocre job, like, maybe you just need to ask.
Right. Because
like, how am I doing?
Because that can be anxiety-inducing as well. Like, when you don't know the expectations, so you don't know if you're meeting it, if you're going beyond.
Exactly.
Like,
and if you're going beyond, then then you'll have this moment of, like,
oh, fine.
Like, yeah.
And if that's how it is most of the time.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So I'm very fortunate to have such a supportive team and a boss that we just kind of like,
you talk about everything.
He's like my older brother, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
okay, oppa.
Yeah. But like not like an oppa.
More like a hyung.
Maybe like a samchon, actually.
Samchon.
Yeah.
Or a hube.
I'm the hube. Maybe a 선배.
선배.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a samchon.
Maybe like a 큰아빠.
Oh. Nice.
큰아빠 is also samchon.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe like a 큰아빠, you know?
Is it samchon, not samchun?
It's, when you write it out, it's samchon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's the chola in me. As I definitely, it's samchun to me.
But you say samchun though. You can say samchun and I think it's still proper, but when you spell it out, it's samchon.
Oh.
I don't know, because I used to definitely say samchun.
Right.
And at one point I just started saying samchon.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, wait, Julie, I love that.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna incorporate this into my own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, then you're so lost.
Right.
And then you're doing like maybe extra work that you necessarily might not need to be doing. And that's how you burn yourself out, because that's like the emotionally draining aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is my tip.
I like that. Okay. Yeah. And then I guess final one on burnout. Dude, I think I don't mean to scare you guys, but you know, they say that like when you get burnt out, it takes years to recover. Like work burnout, it takes years to recover. Someone said 3 to 4 years.
I think it does.
Yeah. And I think with that fact in mind, like you guys need to like check in with yourself, you know, maybe do some journaling, some reflecting to make sure that you don't get to that point.
Yeah. I'm like thinking about the 3 to 4 years to grow back my hair.
Oh.
This is my life tip about burnout though. The same track of trains. Like they're not tomorrow not being guaranteed. Stress. This is a Julu fact, maybe. It's the number one killer of the human species.
Dude, Julie fact for sure. But also, I could totally see that. If that's like not the number one killer, it's maybe number 2. You know?
Yeah, or top five.
You know, like I think a heart disease.
Yeah, but why do people get heart disease?
Yeah, because of stress. Yeah, it's the cortisol levels for sure.
Yeah, and you guys just like nothing in life should be that stressful. I think.
No, exactly. It's not that serious, guys.
Yeah,
don't burn yourselves out.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, actually, don't die.
Don't die. Yeah, also that too.
Die. Yeah, don't die.
Yeah. Okay, well, we covered a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired now.
Me too. And that since we're tired, to avoid burnout, we gotta go to sleep.
Yep, exactly.
Don't go on TikTok.
I can't guarantee that.
Yeah,
actually, I've been trying to cut down. Like, I cut down a lot. Like, a lot. Like, genuinely. Like, it probably went from, like, 9 hours to 4. Don't laugh.
Sorry, so this is what I'm talking about. This is also what I'm talking about. You guys need to identify what makes you laugh. Even if it, like, offends somebody else, if it makes you laugh, just laugh.
Oh, yeah. Like how the other day, Julie goes, you know, I don't know if any of my exes were, like, actually funny or if I was just laughing at them.
Shh, that's a secret. That's a secret.
Well, if you made it this far, I think they deserve the secret.
Yes, yeah. Congratulations, everyone.
Awesome. Okay, well, you guys can find us on TikTok and Instagram at burgogi.podcast. We post videos there every week. We had a couple blow up this week, so yay for us. Woo. And then we are on YouTube, and then we are also on Twitter at burgogi podcast. Me on Instagram and Twitter, not Twitter. Me on Instagram and TikTok at HANAKATTT.
Why are you talking like that? And me at BEJULAFID. Yay! 1, 2, 3. Woo! Hannah definitely social battery is going blah.
Yeah, my jaw hurts. Like I'm like talking too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.